Timmy finally gets back to dismantling the outpost. But do you see that there? Amidst the explosions and smoke, a new foe emerges. Welcome, dear viewers, to Timmy Brings Freedom to the Automatons, a Helldivers 2 adventure. Timmy plummets to the planet below at blinding speeds. So much so, in fact, that he loses his lunch on the way down. Fortunately, his helmet wastes no time in vacuuming out the mess and recycling it for later reconsumption. It appears this must be a common problem in this world. Timmy makes landfall confused and dazed. "What the? Where am I?" he exclaims. Time to get a better vantage point, I suppose. Before he can get his bearings, though. Egads! What was that? Only a glancing blow. But whatever that energy weapon was, it still packed enough punch to send him flying. As a dropship flies in, Timmy looks for cover. This time, though, a direct hit. Instantly, Timmy's consciousness is transferred to another body. And just like that, there goes his lunch again. This is so familiar, Timmy thinks, as he looks down at his last 16 sickle assault rifle. I know this gun. This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Last thing I remember, though, Yurtley and I were fighting the cave troll. I think we won? How did I end up here? Timmy continues to retreat, buying time to compose himself. Time to check the wayfinder. I need to know how far I've traveled. Damn, it's in bad shape. Looks like I'm stranded here until I can make some repairs, and I still don't know exactly how far out here even is. It's almost beautiful here, if it weren't so deadly, Timmy thinks, as yet another ship passes by in the distance, contrasted by unusual air-breathing jellyfish just beyond his helmet. All right, well, I've clearly been here before. Time to let instinct take over and hope the rest comes back to me. Timmy hears a strange sound in the distance, almost like a language, if electrical energy could form words. The ship passes back overhead. Now Timmy is certain they're searching for him. Timmy thinks, those mechs could very well have what I need to repair the Wayfinder. And what's more, I get the feeling that they're enemies of organized democracy. Regrettably, however, Timmy never got a chance to check those first two who fell to his rifle fire. He was immediately set upon by the walker, and then swarmed by other nearby automatons. After that, it was death after death after death for our poor Timmy. Timmy returned to the SES adjudicator of family values, fully aware of the gravity of his situation. Fortunately, he was greeted by an absolutely glorious sight upon his return. As it turns out, he is not alone in this world. In fact, there are thousands, if not millions, like him. Staring out over the planet and pondering the beauty of the freedom payloads being sent to the planet below quickly became one of his favorite pastimes. This is, of course, only when taking a short break from his own freedom delivery efforts, though. Please don't report Timmy to the democracy officer. All right, this is clearly a world where cooperative efforts are rewarded, Timmy thinks. Timmy, however, immediately feels a deep foreboding at the thought of partnering up with another. Oh, Timmy, if only you knew the truth of your past. He changes course. You know what? No, I can do this on my own. Perhaps I can just choose an easier mission. And with that, Timmy chose his easier mission. But then... Well, that certainly changes things, Timmy laments. It would seem someone wants me to truly struggle in this world. Fortunately, Timmy still has an opportunity on this attempt to get the components he needs to repair the Wayfinder. Hopefully that's enough. Also in Timmy's favor, albeit still getting his bearings, he seems to be gradually getting his feel back for how to fight these foes. Still, he's not quite using all the weapons at his disposal. Finally, after some time struggling with the more armored automatons, it comes to him. I had a dear, dear friend here. Eagle One, I think was her name. And sure enough, she comes through for him. Timmy's proficiency continues improving, albeit still with plenty of failures along the way. Disappointingly though, in all the automatons he's slain thus far, he hasn't found the part he needs to repair the Wayfinder. A capacitor that seems to be a bit too sophisticated for these regular soldier automatons. As Timmy's checking the rest of the arsenal at his disposal though, something peculiar happens that distracts him from his search.
Oh, finally! I thought you were never gonna call me down!
What the? Who said that? Timmy exclaims.
Me, over here. I'm Quasi the Quasar, and I'm here to bring death and destruction to the non-believers!
I don't know what to say to that. I also don't know what to think about a talking gun.
Laser cannon!
Fine, laser cannon. Can't believe I'm talking to an inanimate object. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Either way, hopefully we'll make a solid pair against the automatons.
We sure will. And then, once we're done dismantling each and every one of them, we'll bathe in the sweet, sweet oil that lubricates their joints.
Yeah, something like that. Well, I guess I'm off with a sociopathic laser cannon then. This adventure can't get any weirder, Timmy murmurs to himself. But can you believe it, dear viewer? It got weirder. But not right away, of course. You'll see. Timmy also recalled that he has a particular fondness for the mortar. Ah, yes, the mortar. I used to love this thing. It has absolutely no drawbacks whatsoever, if I remember correctly. And this narrator has to admit that mortar raining down devastation sure is a beautiful sight, at least from a distance. Perhaps it truly does have no drawbacks whatsoever. After some time, Timmy reached his first target, one of 2 automaton dropship depots. And Eagle One comes through yet again. Eventually, Timmy comes upon an automaton base along his route to the second dropship depot. Despite stealthily dispatching that guard, a dropship is called in. So Timmy responds with a call-in of his own. Ah, finally! A worthy target for the heavy weapon.
Oh. Blammo!
Wait, what was that?
What was what?
You just said blammo.
What? No! I don't know what you're talking about. That's crazy!
Ugh, I do not have time for this. I've got a base to destroy, Timmy thinks, shaking his head in dismay. It seems Timmy's going to need to get back his throwing arm. Rather than continuing to try to manually clear the compound, he decides it's time for 500 kilograms of pure, unfettered democracy. Magnificent. And you know what, dear viewers? He kept his lunch this time. Good job, Timmy! He's definitely getting the hang of this hell diving again, even if he doesn't quite realize that's what it's called yet. The automatons, though, their numbers seem to be increasing at a steady rate. He's putting them down plenty fast enough, but even with his trusty mortar's help, they look to be gradually overwhelming him. Oh, and strangely enough, he's developed a compulsive habit of climbing the supply drop each time before he resupplies. Timmy, now isn't the time for developing strange habits. Timmy finally gets back to dismantling the outpost. But do you see that there? Amidst the explosions and smoke, a new foe emerges. And this one's got his number. Timmy is helpless against the barrage of rockets from the advancing Hulk. He opts to fall back and rely on Eagle 1 for this foe. He gives the signal. The bomb is a bit off target, and the Hulk still stands. Timmy is helpless as the Hulk charges in. Timmy's getting low on reinforcements now. He can't keep taking losses against the Hulk like this. He opts to clear a nearby small outpost next, a much safer target. That Hulk still remains, though. Finally, Timmy spots the Hulk again and decides it's time to get back his quasar. Part of Timmy hopes this one isn't quasi.
Hello again, friend.
No time!
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Well, would you look at that? It seems Timmy can repair his wayfinder. Timmy climbs the supply drop in celebration. And then, Timmy finally clears the heavy outpost. And now he's off to take out that last objective and get out of here. After all, if he doesn't extract with this capacitor, he'll have to take down a Hulk all over again. Timmy wastes no time bringing the pain. He knows he's on a clock, with these automatons continuing to rally.
Oh! Blammo!
Stop doing that!
I'm not doing anything! Are you hearing things, friend? Oh! Blammo!
I hate you, Quasi. I really, really hate you.
Oh, come on! Why don't you believe in the power of friendship? Friendship and murder, the two greatest things in life!
I'm choosing the latter soon, unless you pipe down, Timmy remarks with frustration. Timmy finally reaches the extract point and sends the signal to request evac. It'll be a long extraction. Fortunately, his mortar is ready to get some work done. An uneventful 30 seconds later, Timmy finally has contact. The mortar holds them at bay, with only a few here and there slipping through. A few scrapes aside, it's a reasonably uneventful extraction for Timmy. And he's off, back to the ship to repair his wayfinder and get a few answers. Not much could ruin his mood now. Not even Quasi. Still, though, there's one thing that Timmy might have forgotten at this point. The curse he was afflicted with shortly after choosing to take on a less difficult mission. It looks like Timmy's on another kind of clock in this world now. As we return to the SES adjudicator of family values, Timmy is already hard at work repairing the Wayfinder. That's not very interesting, though, so let's look out the window at explosions instead. What will Timmy find when he checks his newly repaired Wayfinder? Will Timmy overcome his reluctance to team up with others in this world? Is Quasi going to continue gaslighting Timmy about that ridiculous noise he keeps making each time he fires? Tune in to Timmy's next adventure to find out. Now, if you'll excuse me, Randall, don't think you get off easy. This talking gun nonsense has the stink of one of your ridiculous ideas. What? Talking laser cannon? Whatever. I'm going to take a stab at this, and you tell me if I'm close. I'm betting a few nights ago you went out for drinks with the writing team. You floated your harebrained ideas, and next thing we know, we've got this ridiculous, over-the-top, completely out of place talking gun. Does that sound about right? Ugh, the day you become a writer is the day I stop being a narrator, Randall. Please, please, just be the AV guy. You're a good AV guy. I mean, not a great one, but a truly above-average AV guy. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.